My name is Rebecca Valdez. I am an OCI graduate from the management programs of baking and pastry and culinary programs. I am working for Bon Appetit out in Aloha Intel location, and I'm doing basically culinary. I'm a cook there, and I do also baking as well. I'm actually creating meals, and it's an entire meal from the starch, proteins, sauces, and I'm cooking for 40 plus people every single day, and everything is from scratch. Everything, there was no recipes. I go in every day with a menu, and it's basically my recipe, my menu as far as what I'm cooking, and it's every day, Monday through Friday. It's definitely a career, definitely a career. There's definitely room for advancement. The chef there has given me room to grow. He's almost, I mean, I'm pretty much on my own. Every single day I get to decide how I want to make my lasagnas. I get to decide how I want to make basically all of my dishes. It's my own creation at that point. As long as it tastes good and the chef's happy with the end product, that's what I'm serving. I've had actually really good feedback. The company loves it, my chef loves it, my coworkers love it. There's definitely still room for improvement, but every single day I'm learning something new in the kitchen. I've learned how to get faster. I've learned how to get work smaller. Every single day it's something new, but it's a good challenge, definitely a good challenge. The chef that I'm under now, he does not hire anybody with, you have to have at least 5 years plus experience. They typically don't hire interns. I was lucky enough to interview well and get the spot in for an intern, and that point it just basically turned quick. I was hired to work a night shift, and it was only a 4-day a week, 3 to 4 day a week night shift. And because of my cooking and all the things I learned here at OCI, you know, how to execute my dishes, how to be on time, that was the biggest crucial thing there is time, my timing, and then my food coming out good. That has turned into a Monday through Friday type of position and full time. So I'm working with people that have worked in the industry at least 7 years. Most of the crew that I work with, they've all been in the industry 7 years plus. Some of them have graduated from other schools, but have realized me coming to the school that I've come to, just the short amount of time, how quickly I've learned. You hear lots of times to work small, work clean, and your time management. And those 3 things were the keys. And when Chef would see how I worked, we'd recently had another interview come through, and for me to watch that person work, I realized I was taught the right way. I was taught from the beginning the right way to keep that in mind and always work small, always work clean, and, you know, in my time management. And unfortunately, this person didn't actually get hired, but I know why. It was, you know, basically the whole working. When I would see this person working, I was like, you're taking the entire, you know, counter space, whereas you don't have room for that. Not in the industry. You've got your area and your area only, more or less, and people take note to that. The biggest thing that I've learned is, at least being out there, is if you can't execute it with your plan, you need to find a new way to execute it, because it still has to be done. I've always been an administrative assistant, executive assistant, personal assistant, that type of stuff. And the last company I worked for, we had many interns coming in and out, you know, a 3-month type of, every 3 months we'd get new externs. And I kind of became the mother of the group, you know, showing them Portland, telling them, you know, where to be doing their shopping, that kind of thing. And learning more about their path and what they were doing in Oregon, because most of them came from Germany. So knowing what they were doing here, and just kind of watching them go through their life and through what they wanted to be doing. And I thought, this is not what I want to be doing. I love cooking, I love baking. That's, you know, to me, that's where my passion has always been, is baking. And I can just, when I'm stressed out, I can start baking, and I pretty much lose myself in that, just loving it. And I thought, why am I still doing something I don't want to be doing? Why am I not doing what I want to do, you know, what my love is? Everybody else around me seemed to be doing that but me. So at that point I decided, and then with discussing it with my family, and they were pretty much on board, and I thought, okay, now I just need to decide, where am I going to go? Where am I going to start this dream? And I did. I checked all of the schools out. I had my partner come with me, and he, went through all the schools. And his biggest thing was to go to a, high-end school and, notoriety, all of these things. And I said, that's not what I'm looking for. I want family. I want something close-knit. I want somebody where I'm just not, money coming in the door. I wanted somebody to be able to take my hand, show me this is where you go, this is what you do. And that's what I found here at OCI. And I found that from the very beginning through admissions. Showing me the school. All of the chefs were very nice that day, coming up to us, talking to us. Some of the students that I kind of walked into and talked to, that was really helpful also. And the final thing was, I'd get all these schools calling me, and none of them knew who I was. Not a single person knew who I was. And I even had somebody say, well, your name ended up on my desk this morning, so I thought I'd give you a call. And at that point I said, you are off the list. I will not go to that school at all. And here I had OCI calling, and they didn't bother me. They didn't bug me. It was like, here's our process. This is, when you're ready to come, come type of deal. And that's when I injured myself. And I thought I would never start culinary school. And OCI changed that. They changed the whole, I don't want to say they changed the program, but they changed how I could be let into the program so I could be successful. And I did. I was on crutches, on a cane, but eventually walking, and eventually in the kitchen, and graduating from 2 programs.
And why did you decide on all 3 programs?
It wasn't a hard decision at all. I originally came in thinking I only wanted to do baking because that's where my passion was. That's where my love was. But the minute I got in T1, terrified as I was, the biggest thing that terrified me there was I had to break down a chicken and break down meat, and oh my gosh, how am I going to do that? But the minute I was in there, Chef Valdez scared me a little bit. And then I realized, this is what I want to do. I need to jump in. I need to get into it. And once I just realized how his teaching techniques, scared was not. I came in thinking, oh no, leaving oh yeah. That's really how they just, the teaching techniques, they give you the fundamentals. They show you that. They show you every single thing you're going to be doing. So once I was in T1, I knew I got to come back and finish. So I basically finished my baking and pastry and came right back as soon as my externship. In fact, I finished my externship in 5.5 weeks, so I could come back and finish culinary on time.
Yeah.
So.
And is your daughter proud of you?
Yes, very.
She seem happier at home?
Yes.
She's doing what she wants to be doing?
I don't think I've ever really seen my mom have this big of a passion on something, but she really loves it.
Cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
Oh yeah, my whole family actually.
Cool.
Yeah, it's been amazing. And me and my daughter were talking on the way in, and I just told her, I said, like I said earlier, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I don't know, what to say. But then I thought, I'm just gonna speak the truth. I'm just gonna speak it from my heart, and my journey. And that's what this was. And I could not be more grateful. And the people that I work with are also amazing, and they have helped me as well. But knowing that I have these fundamentals, I walked in a kitchen, from working in an office for 15, 18 years, working in an office, not even working outside of anything other than an office. It's night and day, but I love every minute of it.
It's a great story. Keep it up.
Thank you.